misunderstanding or you need some clarity, you could still be talking to the ex, or maybe you're not talking to the ex, okay? It's going to be different for everybody. This is a general reading. I'm not looking at any one particular storyline. I'm just deciphering as many messages as I can through the cards that come out. So for some of you, this will really resonate. For others, it will not. If it's not resonating, please don't try to make it fit, okay? Or be angry with me that it's not resonating. It's a general reading, so it cannot possibly resonate with everybody, unfortunately. So go ahead and think of a number between 1 and 3. I'm going to pull 3 different romance angel cards at the end, and the one number you're thinking of the most is your outcome, your advice, or your answer, okay? So I am going to go ahead and pull an oracle card to see the primary energy between you and your ex for the month of November 2017. Time to go. Well, I think this kind of speaks for itself. Maybe it's time to let go of any and all hope of reconciling, or maybe it's time to go back to the ex. Only you know which side you'll fall on that, okay? So for some, like, this is pretty clear split, 50-50. And I wouldn't say that if this wasn't a general reading, I would not give the other option. It's just, it is general, so I have to be a bit more thorough. Either it's time to let go of the ex and any hope of reconciliation, or it is time to go back to the ex, okay? So I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you and then for the ex, just to get more clarification on what that means for you personally, okay? So I'm going to pull 2 cards to look at your energy and how you're feeling towards your ex in the month of November. And I have to pull your side of the story as well. I've had people complain like they don't care to hear how they're feeling. They just want to hear about the ex, and I can appreciate that. However, I have to look at both sides to get the full picture. And more to the point, if I'm saying this is how you're feeling and you're like, that's not how I'm feeling at all, well then you know this reading isn't resonating with you and probably not meant for you. So it's helpful. Alright, so you start out with the 5 of Swords. So you may be feeling defeated by your ex, or like taken advantage of, lied to, stolen from, things like that nature. Or this is what you did to them, and they're seeing the whole truth, and they're seeing you as this 5 of Swords energy, and that's why it's reflecting in how you feel about them, because that's what their portrayal of you is, you know, somebody who lied, or deceived them. It's like a battle of wills here with this card. And since this is general, it could really go either way. Now we have this Queen of Pentacles. So some of you are feeling like your ex took you for your resources, okay? That's how you're feeling. Even if you still carry emotion for them, you feel like they took your resources. They may, you guys may even have children together, okay? And you feel like you've been cut out of the family or out of the picture somehow, some way. Or you feel like your ex has left you to handle all the burdens on your own, and they're not there for you. I'm going to pull some cards here to get a feel for their energy and how they're feeling about you. But some of you could feel like your ex holds all the power, and it's like they play unfair, and they're selfish. Or they could be saying those things to you about you. That's how they're feeling about you. But with that Five of Swords, there's just a sense of loss, a hollow victory. Nobody really won. Somebody might have gotten away with something, but nobody really won. It's still all out in the open, and everybody feels bad. Nobody's happy, even though that man stands there with all the swords, He's still not happy. So we have the Page of Cups for how your ex is feeling about you, and the Nine of Coins. So for some of you, your ex may be viewing you as living up the single life, like going out on a lot of dates, like you have everything, you have everything, and you're just like, you're living life, you're living it up. This could also be where they feel like, again, the co-parent thing. You may be the mother of their children, or you could be a father and be a full-time father to the children. But nonetheless, the way they're feeling about you is like you have everything, and I don't know. There's also this element of, with that Page of Cups there, they definitely, some of them still hold a small torch for you, okay? Or they feel like you hold a torch for them. But I'm going to pull 3 cards to get how the energies are going to play out over the month of November. I think for a lot of you, like, you still talk to your ex frequently, and it's almost like maybe you guys try to like one up each other, or make each other jealous in a way, as crazy as that seems, because there's these pentacles on both sides, okay? And then this Page of Cups, this romantic gesture, this romantic information, this offer, a date, okay? Maybe you are going to offer your ex a date in the month of November, or your ex is going to offer you a date in the month of November. So let's see what these energies mean, why you guys are feeling this way. Some of you might even feel like you are taking your ex out on a date, but you're kind of feeling like smug inside, like you're payback or something, I don't know. But let's see. Alright, so we have the Adept of Orbs. So that's definitely communication, but it's not communication of an emotional nature. And then we have the Eight of Orbs. And then the Seeker Chalice. So the Seeker of Chalice is that Page of Cups again. So we're communicating. Those of you watching this, those Aquarius is watching this, you are communicating with your ex, okay? You are. There's just too much message here. So if you're not in communication with them whatsoever, this reading probably isn't for you. But you guys are in communication, not really sharing emotion, or maybe you're not. But here, it's like there's this element of just feeling unable to walk away or let go of this relationship, okay? And because we have the Seeker of Chalice, for some of you, that means it's time to make amends with your ex. Like the moment has come. Like if you guys had a chance of being back together, now is the time. Okay, it's time to reach out, to make that effort. Now, if your ex has just been rejecting you every step of the way since you broke up, it's not time to get back together. Okay, you'll feel those energies. In fact, it's probably them asking you back, but maybe you've been unsure because of what's happened in the past, or maybe they did something and you were just having a lot of pride about it, but now in November you just realize, look, I've been holding on to this, and finally I'm letting it go, and I want to come back to you because I really love you. Okay? Or it's your your ex saying that exact thing to you. I've been stuck in this place, but now here I come to you. With the outcome cards that I pull, that's really going to dictate to you whether it's time to offer a reconciliation or it's time to just let go of the situation entirely. Okay? Because here with this Eight of Orbs at the center of the reading, that's feeling trapped, that's not being able to let go, that's not being able to move forward to make any sort of progress. Okay, so let me pull the romance angel cards for you guys. And you decide now if it was 1, 2, or 3. Okay, because some of you, I really feel like November is a month of reconciliation between you and an ex. But on the flip side of that, for some of you, I think it's just time for you to move on. Like, you need to let go and move on because there's another person, another offer of romance, okay? Some of you are actually already in another relationship, but you are, kind of having a hard time letting go and moving on. But, if that's the case, it's time for you to go. If you really enjoy the new person you're with, even if you're not in love with them because they're not your ex, just give them a real chance, okay? So let me give these one last shuffle, and you decide 1, 2, or 3. That will be your outcome, advice, or answer. Okay, well, that doesn't get any clearer, does it? So if you were drawn to card 1, then reconciliation is definitely on the horizon for you guys for November. And what I mean by that is maybe November is when you guys finally start communicating again, and that's what this reconciliation is about. Or this here is a full-blown reconciliation. Like, it's time. Maybe you've been trying to decide, or your partner, your ex has been trying to decide, but this month is all about reconnecting with them, and you guys could, fall back into a romantic partnership, especially with this Seeker of Chalice here, and it's like a brand new, fresh start. Okay, so, if you were drawn to this card, if you've been thinking about reaching out, reach out. If you want to get back together, really put your energy into that. If your ex is trying to get back with you or reach out to you, allow it, okay? There's a reason for it. Now, what this reconciliation turns into, I don't know, because, this is just for the month of November. But for those of you that were drawn to card 1, it's time to go back to your ex, okay? So card 2 is very soon. So with this, this could go either way, okay? If you are already talking to your ex about reconciliation and things like that, but you're holding back, this is saying it's time to decide in November, clearly, either way. Can you forgive and let go and move on together happily, or would it just never work out and it's time to truly end it all, okay? If you've really been in limbo, this is the universe saying, listen, you need to decide. okay? It's truly up to you. And if that's the case with the Seeker of Chalice, I see a new beginning. If you're the one in control and power of making this choice to reconcile, okay? Now, if you're not, if there's no communication happening between you and your ex whatsoever, especially if you guys broke up some time ago, then this is saying, listen, it's time to let go and move on, unfortunately. Okay, I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but if that's you, if you guys haven't been communicating and you're still thinking about them and it's been a while, it's time for you to move on, okay? Because there is another opportunity for you, that somebody that you can fall in love with. It's hard to believe once your heart's broken that you could ever meet somebody so amazing and fall in love again, but it does happen. Okay, finance and careers. So if you are drawn to this card, you guys might actually have like a business together, maybe, or maybe you have property together somehow, some way, and maybe you've been trying to decide if you need to dissolve that. Like you've been wanting to get out. Like you've been really thinking about dissolving all sort of financial ties with the ex. If that's you, then yes, it's definitely it's time to do that. Okay. For others of you, if you've just been like giving your ex money or like supporting them in any level, on any level, and I'm not talking about like if you have kids with them, obviously you need to be giving some support, but it's like if you've been giving any sort of monetary support to your ex just because you're a nice person and you're trying to help them out, and you're not getting anything in return, you're just being a sugar mama or sugar daddy, it's time to cut that out and move on and not worry about their finances anymore, okay? Now, if they're the one taking care of you, they could be this month saying, you know what, I'm done. This is going nowhere. So, also, for those of you who that none of that applies to with this card, you know what? It's time to go, because there may be somebody at your job that's caught your eye, or that you've caught their eye, and there's this new opportunity at romance for you, or you are about to leave your current job, and at your next job or place of employment, there's this opportunity of love for you. So all of you that chose this card, I really feel as though it's time to just go, okay? It's time to move on and dissolve all ties. So pretty much this is crazy. This is, yes, it's time to go back to your ex. This is 50-50 split depending on the situations I listed. And this one here is pretty much all across the board. No, it's time to move on and let go of the ex. So that's the messages and information I received in this tarot reading, Aquarius, regarding relationships with exes. If this resonated with you, I'm really happy to have been able to offer some guidance, and you'll have to let me know based on these cards how it worked out for you, okay? And if this didn't resonate, again, I'm sorry. It can't always, unfortunately, because it's general. So that's what I have for you.